obviously they've come to see us.
Just a quick look at the starting grid then. Bruce Dreden, Michael Eden, Paul Bowden, Bruce Kett, Shane Holland, Tony Boyden, Clark Hopkins, Gary McKelvey. And then in 9th position, Peter Ward, who had problems yesterday, Steve Ross, Dean Hansen, Craig Boot, Greg Honor, Angus Fogg will start 14th, and Dean Perkins at the back. So again, in a reverse grid. And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but yeah, good crowd, really good crowd. And you've been coming here a few years. Happy?
Yeah, very happy with the crowd and that sort of thing. Obviously, you know, the crowd sort of, when they come to the event like this, it's good to see them out there supporting the categories, all the categories that race.
Now, another handicap race. Quickly give us an idea on what we're about to see.
Okay, reverse handicap, same as second race yesterday. This one here, we've sort of made a few adjustments to it, and you know, Foggy's starting a little bit further off the back. Obviously, you've got to win. It's just interesting, you know, they've got to fight their way through the field, and we'll see how they go.
Okay, so it's a flag start effectively, and that will mean that they time it and let the first guy, who is effectively, as they can see it, the slowest guy, and therefore he becomes the hare, and he is allowed to get on to the track as quickly as possible. But because the other cars behind him potentially are faster, that creates a great race and a culmination in that last lap fury, which we saw yesterday, of Fogg just getting round to the finish and winning from the back. First car is away, and it's the number 64 of Bruce Dreden. That's a good-looking car.
Beautiful car, NASCAR powered. It's definitely got a lot of welly.
Yes, no question about it. So next off, we have two cars going up, the 165 of Michael Eden and Paul Bowden.
Yeah, Michael Eden didn't finish yesterday. He had a 50-cent part that sort of caused a bit of a problem with the fuel pump issue. So it's good to see him back out there again.
So here we go again, and a big group now leaving. So not a lot between them. And now the 81 takes off.
Yeah, that's Dean Hansen, F1 cleaning wax sponsored car. He's actually leading the championship at the moment, which is he's sort of just got to finish and get to the pointy end, and then at Hampton for the next round, then he may pick up a championship win for the year.
The last to go are Angus Fogg in the all-black and Dean Perkins in the all-red 75. As we look back now as the race starts to unfold, Shane Holland in a beautifully painted... Whoa, what's going on here? He went right off, and that's a strange place to be out of that corner, because you should be on the other side, but never mind. I don't know what happened there, but he got in trouble.
It's Bruce Kett in the Cambridge Camaro.
Oh, we'll find out now. Let's have a look. Whoa.
Oh, but wide on the corner.
Whoa, he got lucky, because the car behind him almost tagged him, and that's why he was bouncing. He used the suspension there, didn't he?
Definitely, yeah. It's not the best place to be.
So here we go. Bruce Dreden's already crossed the line. He did a 1 to 22.9. Next across the line is Bowden. So Bowden's got up a place. So's Shane Holland. Michael Eden dropping back a little bit.
Michael Eden's just pulled into the pits, actually. So
right, okay.
Must be another issue there for him.
Yeah, so sadly, and you know what, he had problems yesterday, Michael, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he had a bit of a fire in the boot, which is not a good thing. Doesn't make them go very quick, and like a battery cable shorted out, and you know, there's oil and all sorts of stuff in the boot, and starts to ignite, and you know, lucky we've got fire crews and that sort of thing to put them out.
Yeah, well, Fogg has started to build his lead over Perkins as they go in chase of the rest of the whole field, but at the moment it's Bruce Dreden, who started first, still out front. For now, he's got a gap of some 14 seconds, but that can change in a heartbeat. And he comes down the back straight now, and here come the rest of the field, all chasing him down. So Bruce Dreden in the 64, all orange, well, orange and black, leads the way. Central muscle car. So what are we looking at here in Bruce?
Well, Bruce has been in the club for quite a few years. He's actually got another black Mustang that he races as well. But yeah, this one here, he obviously likes it, and this one, bit more power and that sort of thing.
How long does it take to get to race spec with these cars and make them bulletproof to race?
Well, it's hard, really. I mean, because little things can let you down, you know, like a 50-cent part, and you know, that's the things that can let you down, like a fuel pump. Through the off-season, a lot of them strip the cars down, refresh the motors, you know, rings, bearings, the whole lot, and then put them back together, and they can still go out, and something can go wrong as soon as they get them back out of the box, so to speak. And you know, it's been pretty good to, over the weekend, this weekend anyway, as far as the attrition's gone.
And this is the battle for second place at the moment. Paul Bowden in the 68 and Shane Holland just behind him. Are you excited? I mean, Central Muscle Cars is, it's the classics, if you will, but are you excited for TA2 to be coming back strong in Australia and New Zealand?
Yeah, definitely. I like these cars. They're the cars that I grew up around and
Sure.
that sort of thing. And being a mechanic myself, these are the cars I like to work on.
It's funny because I do the Trans Am Championship in the States, and I don't think they have any idea of the love that New Zealand has for muscle cars.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of those European cars and that sort of thing. They race them over there, and sort of over here, this is what we've got. The Aussie and American cars over here.
Well, it's how the V8 rivalry started in Australia. Oh, big moment there for the number 68 of Paul Bowden. And he's holding off Shane Holland for now. Holland looking for a way past.
Shane Holland will be looking after the drive here because he's leading the Group 2 championship.
Sure.
So he'll be wanting to, keep the car on track because a DNF can sort of put him closer to the guys that are, 50 or 60 points behind him.
Well, to give you an idea of how this handicap race works, Fogg's just done a 1:10.0. That's the fastest lap of the race, whereas the leader, Bruce Treeden, is 1:18. So he's 8 seconds quicker, and that's why he should, in theory, catch him fairly soon. Yeah,
they're allowed a minute quicker than the times we work the handicap out on.
Yep.
So, and if they break out of that, there's a time penalty, and it can put them. They might get a win, but it can put them back, 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's quite complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you sort of go back and look at the figures and work it out, and yes, they might get a win, checkered flag, smile on their face, but the actual results don't show that.
Craig Boot and Greg Horner fighting it out. Greg in the 429, big slide, and across the line, and into turn one goes Dan Hansen, and like you say, he's keeping one eye on the championship. So now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Everybody's starting to come together. Oh, problem here. He's got his hand out. He knows there's something wrong.
Yeah, he had a bit of a trouble with a temperature issue yesterday. So
right.
Yeah, there may be something.
Yeah, he's out.
Going off the track there may be some issue with the tyre rub or something like that.
We're about to see a change in the lead. Bruce Treeden has led for most of it, but through comes the 168 of Shane Holland to take the lead as they head into Higgins. And that's the first of, I think, many. Here comes the next man. And that's Paul Bowden going through. Peter Ward just behind. Keeping an eye on Angus Fogg. He's just had another fastest lap in this race. And he's now chasing down Greg Horner.
Shane Holland a bit wide there.
So they cross the line. Shane Holland leading the way. But the gaps are coming down. Nice to see V8's stars like Heimgartner watching on. There he is. He'll be out in action. What a great story he's got for V8 history. I think everybody loves watching the muscle cars. Everybody's tuning in. Here comes Fogg. Angus Fogg. What a season he's had. You were telling me yesterday, not been a champion. I was surprised to hear that. Yeah, he's never been a champion. I mean, he's been with us for a couple of years now, and obviously, when you have a lot of contact and, DNFs and that sort of thing, when he first got the car going, he had a bit of trouble with the engine and that, and like camshafts and stuff like that. And this year, it's been going really, really well, but, like one incident down in levels, and it put him sort of 100 points behind in the points. He got thrown in a ditch, didn't he? Or?
Yeah. I think he sort of did it on his own, really.
Right, fair enough. Threw himself in a ditch. Never mind. Fogg climbing the way down the back straight and making up some places.
He's coming up on Bruce Treeden. He actually run that car at a meeting down here in Manfeild when his car was still coming back from Bathurst.
So we've got a real pack on our hands now coming across the line. Look at this. Fogg's going to try to overtake about 7 cars going into turn 1, but they've got their own ideas of what they're doing too. Peter Ward's leading it. Behind him, Hopkins. And it's a bit of crosstown traffic here at Fielding. Foggy takes the inside, 7. That's Craig Boot takes the inside line. Coming down to Splash, a 7-way battle. Foggy at 4th position in that group. Into the hairpin.
The leader of that group is Ward. He's actually running a ute as well, so he's sort of doing a double stint for the weekend.
Yeah, that's right. He had an off yesterday, got into the gravel, didn't damage the car, thankfully. Here comes Fogg. He's made up one more spot down towards Higgins. He's now third in this group. And Ward holding him off nicely. And the next man to take, if he can, is Craig Boogan. But he's a tough competitor. But Fogg's got the straight line speed in that Mustang. And here we go, into the last complex. Ward tries to keep it nice and wide, use the line. Fogg goes round the outside, and he'll use the power of his car to get ahead of both of them down the straight, and across the line they come. Fogg leads this group now. And this is the last lap. And it's Shane Holland who leads from Fogg, and the gap is what? 4.1 seconds. Is he going to do it?
I don't know. Shane's a pretty good peddler, and he'll be trying to run a bit of a roadblock there if Foggy comes up on him. So, yeah.
Well, Foggy's last lap was a 1:12.0, and that was 2 seconds quicker than Holland. So he's got it. It's game on for sure. But as you say, time running out. He's certainly looking at. He's got the run on him, and I think he's not going to take him before Higgins, but he may just get him on the exit of Higgins.
Shane will be looking after the car because he obviously wants to get a championship win.
That's a good point. You said that already. Yeah.
So
he's not going to over-try it.
Yeah, he's not going to over-try it, because if he does, and something goes wrong, then it might put him out of a championship win for the year. So
well,
it's better to let
Foggy's not
someone
as
go.
close as I thought he would be as they come down the back straight now. And Shane Holland, he may be nursing his car, but he certainly wants to win as well. And Fogg, I don't think is going to do it. It's going to be nip and tuck, because he's coming, and he's coming fast. But Shane Holland holding on. He takes a nice tight line, but here comes Foggy. It's going to be close. It's going to be all the way to the line, but it is going to be Shane Holland. Well done. Shane Holland wins. Angus Fogg second. Peter Ward takes third place, recovering nicely from a crash yesterday. Dean Hansen takes fourth. Greg Honor is fifth. And Clark Hopkins rounds out the top six. Good run, though, and well done to Shane Holland, huh?
Yeah, very well done. Yeah.
It's what we needed. Good muscle car action. Now, just explain what we're going to see in the last race.
Okay, it's the quickest times over the whole weekend. We put them in a scratch race, which fastest off the front and slowest off the back, and let them go.
Fair enough. Okay, that's still to come. Here are results then of the NZ Central Muscle Car. Shane Holland with the win. Angus Fogg in second place. Peter Ward third. Dean Hansen fourth. Then Greg Honor and Clark Hopkins in sixth. Steve Ross seventh. Craig Boot eighth. Paul Bowden ninth. And Dean Perkins rounding out the top 10. And a little further down, Tony Boyden in 11th. Bruce Drayton, who started off at the front, will finish 12th. Gary McKelvey will finish 13th. Bruce Kett had some problems with the